Carl, welcome to this week's edition of In the Dugout. We'll start off by looking back on the pre-season game against Batley Bulldogs. What was your assessment on that?
Good and bad. I don't think it was our best performance, but that's what the friendlies are for. I thought, we got a lot to work on. They were a real big side, so good. I think Richard was pleased, but he's also he knows that there's plenty to work on. Tough team to play, weren't they? They were real big and strong, so it'll hold us in good stead. But we, to say I didn't think we played too well and to stay in the game like we did, that was the pleasing aspect, and the other pleasing thing was the crowd. I thought we got a decent turnout there, and which was good, especially from the week before. But it was really cold the week before. But I'm not sure if it was because we're just all in that one compact stand, but the atmosphere was real good, and I'm sure it's a sign of good things to come in the season. We can't wait. We can't wait for the first game. But we've had two real tough friendlies, I think. The London one, whether we undersold ourselves, I don't know. But I went to watch London against Holcow for Macca's testimonial, and they look really good. London looked real good that day against a Super League opposition. So we've had two really tough hit-outs, and we'll take a lot from them.
And the Batley game as well, we did it tough in the second half. I think we were down to one sub in the end with a couple of knocks that players had picked up. So again, we're doing it without a full squad available as well.
Yeah, and we were exactly that, down to one sub. So the fitness of the players, I've got to give tip me hat to the conditioning staff and the coaching staff, because the players look in good shape. They look, and to finish the way they did in the both games, strong. The fitness levels are up there, so they've been working real hard, and I suppose Richard wanting to bring them in a month earlier has paid dividends.
I was going to say, is that the reasoning for it? Do you think the fact that they've been back for so long? We saw a try late on against London, 3 tries in the last 16 minutes against Batley as well. So we're starting to finish games strongly. If we can sort of put ourselves in a good position before that hour mark ticks by, then we're going to be in a really strong season.
And that's right. You've got to be fit. A lot of the games we're going to be playing, you've got to. It's a dogfight for 30 minutes. You're real tough, and it can go either way. And if you can get the momentum, then you're in trouble. So you've got to really tough it out for a good 30-40 minutes, and then see if you're fit. We always say if you're fit, it's half the battle. You give yourself half a chance, and we cut a few of the errors out, and individual errors, and we stick with teams. Then we should be all right.
You touched on the atmosphere a couple of moments ago. Is that a sign of things to come, the fact that we can create such a good atmosphere in one stand? When we come out here onto the main pitch at the Keemo, it can only bode well.
I hope so. Over the last year or so, our fans have not been too noisy, but when they get going, I know for a fact that it gets the team going, and that's what I'm hoping for this year, that right from the first game we set the trend for the whole season. So I just love hearing the supporters singing, come on you Dons, and doing their stuff. It's it's you even sitting there, you get you going. But so I know it'll get the players going, and for us to do anything, I'm sick of saying it, we need to all do it together. So we need the fans to, when we play at home especially, to let teams know that they're at our ground and make some noise and really get the atmosphere going. That's my plea, is I wanted to get the attendance up and the atmosphere going, and I just love it when they get the choruses going and they start singing their stuff, and it's good. We need it. We need them to back us, and even when we're doing it tough and we go a score or two behind, that's where we need them to start singing, and it does rally the boys around. I don't think they really know how important it is for the players when they start singing and getting behind them. So if they can if they can really get into it for us this year, you know, it would be good.
Part of the season, the build-up to the new season, the season launch coming up this Friday. Rob Burrow there as guest speaker. It'll be good to see the whole squad there and milling with the fans as well.
Yeah, the players are all the players are on each table this year, which I think is important because a lot of their sponsors have brought tables, so whoever's sponsoring them where we can, they'll go with them. But it's good for the players to meet the fans and the sponsors, and you know, it's a good event. Get that feel good factor and show we're all together, and they'll have a week off, and then they might not have a week off training, but there's no game, and then we're into it the following week. So it's a long season. So we just want to get a little bit of a buzz going around here.
And for the Coventry programme as well, a tribute to Don Brooks. We've asked fans to send their memories in, and we've already had a couple as well.
That's great. Yeah, I think we need to come out and show our respects for everything Don done for the club. Proper legend. Them who couldn't make his funeral, you know, come to the game, and let's show our respects to Don, because it's nothing short of what he deserves. You know, I hate to think how many players he's treated over the years, and you know, he's had every role at this club, and you know, we're still looking for something around here worthy to put his name to it. You know, that will happen in time. I'm pretty sure that will happen. I speak to Gavin about it all the time. So you know, we'll find something, but at this stage we've not found it. So I'm hoping that, you know, all the ex-players and all the ex-sponsors and supporters and anyone who had who knew Don to come, and you know, this whole game is dedicated to Don. The program, he's going to take over the program, and that's all dedicated to him. So we need to come out in numbers and let's give him, you know, remember him how we all did, and let's send him off nicely. So everyone get down for Don. You know, we're sort of saying hashtag do it for Don, but you know, there's a lot of these new boys who didn't know Don, but there's certainly thousands and thousands and thousands that did. So for them, whoever he's been associated with, get down on the 18th of February in the Coventry game, and we'll be doing all we can to win that game for Don.
Just finally then, our season's still a couple of weeks away, but Super League starts this weekend. What are your tips for that this year? Who are you fancying for that?
Oh, I think Hull FC will take it out this year, mate. No problem. I know you won't like that, but because you're a Wigan man, aren't you? Hey, are you a Wigan man?
Neutral.
Come on, mate. Are you a Wigan man?
You can't.
Oh, he's a Wigan man. He's a pie man. No, obviously the usual suspect. You don't know. Wakefield had a real good year last year. It'd be interesting to see if they can kick on from that. Me, I'll be going for Hull FC all year because that's our Dual Ridge club. I've got a real close association with them over the last 6 or 7 years, with Radders, and obviously now Richard Horn's here. So a lot of Kiwi boys at that club, and hopefully they can just go one better this year and win the league. You know, they've done Challenge Cup 2 years running, but I know they'd all love to win the league, and you know, I'll put my hat down, Robbie, not like you, and I will say Hull FC.